You asked me what I want this time, and I didn't hide behind the usual lines. For once I said what I meant, not dressed up in defense. You listened like it mattered, and nothing felt scattered. There's still pieces on the floor, but I'm not guarding the door. I'm almost believing you see me without needing to fix a thing. You're not rushing or retreating, just staying, and that's freeing. I'm not all in, but I'm not leaving. Like healing. You don't call every night, but I don't read that as a slight. I don't panic when it's quiet. I'm learning how to sit beside it. Maybe love isn't loud, but it's steady when allowed. I'm almost believing this could stay without needing proof each day. You're not perfect and neither am I, but we don't have to lie. I'm not all in, but I'm not fleeing, and that feels like something real. I set the table for two, even when you weren't coming back. I said this is fine, like I was rehearsing for silence. I held the last message like a ticket for a train that never came. You didn't leave with words, just the sound of closing. I tried to stay when the light felt colder. I tried to stay when your hands lost their weight. I stayed when you didn't, and that was the hardest part.
I played our playlist, but skipped every song that said your name. I stood at the door, like maybe you'd knock just once more.
Loving you was like holding water.
The tighter I gripped, the faster you slipped. I tried to stay I tried to stay, but staying shouldn't mean alone. You didn't say go, but you didn't ask me to stay, so I didn't.
I still pause at your contact in my phone. Don't delete it, just scroll past and move on. Your shirt's still here, I pretend not to see, but it's folded too neat to forget what we used to be. Some nights I sleep but not through. Some songs still sound like you, and I still flinch when someone laughs the way you did. So check the back of every cafe, hoping you might have walked in. And it hurts in the quiet where no one knows your name, but I whisper it soft like a prayer I can't explain. You're still the ache after your name. I don't wear red since that one date. You said it made me look brave. Now every mirror feels like a dare to be fine while you're not there. They say the heart forgives in time, but mine just counts each almost like a crime. And I still flinch when someone laughs the way you did. So check the back of every cafe, hoping you might have walked in. And it hurts in the quiet where no one says your name, but I whisper it soft like something I can't tame. You're still the ache after your name. You left behind, like it might bring you back. Your sweater's still on the chair. I said I'd move it, but I never really tried. The light's still warm on your side, and I don't sleep. You didn't say you were leaving, but you didn't stay either. You didn't say goodbye, and that's why I still wait. You didn't close softer now, like you might be near. I pause before I laugh, like your voice might follow mine. so it never felt real. You left so carefully, I barely had time to feel it breathe. But I did, and I do still. And that was always enough to stay. Didn't think I'd feel this, but here it is. New shoes, same street, but it doesn't feel as heavy. I laughed without checking if someone noticed. I still remember, but I don't rewind. This feels like a second first time, like starting again, but softer. I'm not rushing, I'm just ready to let the light in again. I said yes to something small, and it opened the whole day. Didn't think I could, but I didn't need proof. Turns out healing isn't loud, it's just waking up and not feelings. Feels like a second first time. No pressure, no plan, just breathing. I'm not overthinking, I'm just okay, and that's more than enough. Hello again to the part of me I missed. I passed that cafe where you said too much, the same crack on the window, still catching the sun. And I stood there for maybe 5 seconds, not missing you, just remembering. I remember, but it doesn't hurt like watching a movie. I've already learned the plot was broken, the ending unsure, but now I just smile and walk past the blur. Your jacket's still folded in the back of my shelf, but it smells like dust now, not like yourself. There's no fire, not even smoke, just the soft peace of letting go. I remember, but it doesn't burn. You were a chapter I no longer return.
didn't say sorry, but I stopped waiting for that. You were the fire I kept putting my hands in. I thought if I stayed long enough, you'd soften, but you only burned quieter. I let go in pieces, but they still left marks. I'm good now, not better, not over, but whole. I don't miss your voice, I just remember how loud my silence felt around you. I forgave without hearing your side, not because you deserved it, but because I did. You didn't choose me, and now I choose me. I'm good now. I sleep without flinching. I look at the door and don't hope it opens, and that feels like peace. And maybe this is the closure I needed. You didn't leave, you just got quieter, and I filled every pause like it was a door. I kept the tea warm too long, hoping you'd sit like you used to. You asked about my day,
walk into rooms without thinking about how you used to fill them. I laugh without checking if you'd be the first to hear. But memory isn't linear, and healing never asked for silence. I still flinch when someone says your song. I still pause at your scent in a crowd. I'm not holding on, but my body remembers what my heart let go. Let go. You don't cross my mind like you used to, but you live in the corners. I packed you up but left one drawer open by mistake. I'm not in love, but I loved so much. I still shake. I still flinch, but I keep moving. I still feel, but I don't follow. And then that must be what letting go looks like. Not clean, not perfect, just enough. I still walk where we used to argue. You hated when I talk through movies. I hated how you never cried, but we fit like wrong answers in the same test. Still felt right. My friends keep telling me I'm freer now, but they weren't there when I forgot how to sleep. You were my loud in a world full of quiet. You were the wrong that felt more honest than anything else. I don't want you back, but I don't know who I am without you. I kissed someone and didn't feel a thing. He smiled, but it wasn't crooked like yours, so I looked away. I left you, but I still carry the version of me that only you could understand. You were my loud in the silence I chose. You were my mess, but I was messier. I don't miss you, but I miss being missed. And maybe that's worse. I said yes, you made it small. I held us, you let it fall. I stayed up, you stayed out. I bit my tongue, you raised your doubt. I showed up, you said don't try. I made it right, you ask me why. You say I'm strong, but use my weight. I gave you more than you could take. All I gave you called too much, but kept it close when things got rough. I poured, you looked away. You left, but asked me to stay. You said you love, but only take. I forgave, you said that's fair. You lost things, but I was there. I let you speak while I went quiet. You liked me soft, then called it tired. I broke for you and said I'm fine. You took my yes and drew the line. All I gave you called too much, but used it all when things got tough. I asked, you turned to leave. I stayed with no reprieve. You said I'm rare, but didn't choose. You had my best and let it bruise. All I gave you called too deep, but kept the parts you gotta keep. I stayed when it hurt too loud. You left without turning around. You walked in like you own the air. I smiled like I wasn't scared. Your hand brushed mine like a casual game, but something in me forgot my name. I knew the cost was more than peace, but you look like the kind of heat I need. I'll burn for this if it means tonight. I'd risk the fall just to feel it right. You can leave with ash and dust, but for one more kiss I'd still trust. Your voice was fire in a quiet room. I leaned in closer like I wanted to. You said don't think, and I obeyed it. Some storms are meant to stay. I won't ask for guarantees, just give me this before you leave. I'd burn for this if it means you stay, even if morning takes you away. You can ruin what's left of me, but I'd still say yes so easily. Some loves don't make it safe, but they make you feel in every place. Ooh. like a dare I kissed, and some flames are worth the risk. I left the keys on the floor. Your jacket still hangs by the door. You asked me once if I believed. I laughed it off. I made you leave. I carried the truth but held it low, and lost my chance to let you know. If I had tried to let it show, maybe you wouldn't let me go. Fell too slow and you moved fast. The love I saved was built to last. I gave it late. You'll never know the way it burned when I fell too slow. I see your name in passing lights. I turn away most nights. I kept the notes you left with me. They read like songs I'll never sing. If I had opened what I hide, maybe you'd still be by my side. Fell too slow and you moved fast. The love I saved was built to last. I gave it late. You'll never know the way it burned when I fell too slow. I traced the line, I crossed it wrong. I stayed in silence far too long. And now the end's the only song I sing to prove where I belong. Fell too slow and you move fast. The weight I hide still pulls me back. I gave it late. You'll never know the way it burned when I fell too slow. I left the keys on the floor. Your jacket still hangs by the door. Found your hoodie in the back of my drawer. Didn't know I kept it anymore. Smells like last fall in your old car, like late night talks under quiet stars. I should have tossed it like the plans we made, but some things stay when memories fade. Your old hoodie still fits like then, not just the fabric, but who I've been. I wear it now when nights get cold. A piece of you I still hold. You weren't perfect, and neither was I. We hurt in ways we didn't try. But that old sleeve knows my tears, so I keep it close through quiet years. You taught me love and how it breaks, but also how a heart remakes. Your old hoodie still calms my storms, like your arms did when the world felt worn. It's just a thread, but means much more than all the fights we tried to ignore. I've forgiven, but won't forget. You left a mark with no regret. And if I'm stronger, it's 'cause of this, the kind of love that still exists. Your old hoodie won't bring you back, but it holds the weight of what we lacked. And maybe now I see it clear. Some loves leave, but still feel near. You hold your breath like love might steal the quiet peace you taught to feel. You look away when I lean in, like every start might break again. But not all risks end in regret. Some just lead where light is kept. If you don't try, you'll never know what hearts can build when we let go. I won't push, but I'll stay near. You don't have to run from what's sincere. You say you've learned what pain can do, but don't you think that I have to? We're not untouched, we're just aware that love is rare and worth the care. No perfect words, just steady eyes. Some things the chance will fade, and we'll both wonder what we made. So take this hand, don't justify, you'll never feel if you don't try. You liked my jokes when they were sad. You knew my quiet meant I was mad. You said we'll talk and meant it then, but now it's text with no how's been. I still think to call you first and stop myself before it hurts. You don't ask about my days, I don't say what I can't phrase. We don't talk the same, you don't wait to hear. I still search your face, you just shift the gear. We don't sit and cry like we used to do. You say, how are you? But don't stay through. You told me once we'll always care, but now I speak and you're not there. I laugh too fast, you're not too slow. We lost the part that used to know. You don't flinch when I go small, I don't write when nights feel tall. We don't talk the same, I reach your past. You still sound kind, but that won't last. We try so soft to stay in place, but time erased our shared space. You were the one who heard me wrong, but stayed to hear my quiet songs. We don't talk the same, but I still care. Just not enough to keep us there. You were my friend before the flame. Now we just not, but not the same. If you had called on that last cold night, if I had stayed instead of picking a fight, if we had paused before the last line, maybe our story would have turned out fine. But almost doesn't make it true, and maybe doesn't mean me and you. If we were real, we'd still be here. You'd know my voice without the fear. We talk like lovers, not ghosts in bed, but we're just pages never fully read. You held my hand like it was glass, and I smiled like I could make it last. But we wrote scripts we couldn't play, and loved like people, just in the way you said forever, so gently torn. But some hearts just don't get born. If we were real, you'd say my name like it still meant something the same. We'd wake up calm instead of cold, but we both knew we couldn't hold. I see our life in the mirror steam, not what it was, but what it seemed. If we were real, we wouldn't try to fit this ending into a lie. We just admit we almost were, and leave the rest to never occur. Kept the ring inside a drawer, I couldn't wear it anymore. You asked me once if I was sure, I closed the door, I said no more. The truth was there, I turned away, and love grew thin from day to day. If I had tried to let it show, would we still have a place to go? Nothing left to save, we lost the fight. The words I hid still burn tonight. I carried a love that couldn't stay. Nothing left to save, it slipped away. I hear your name in every room, it lingers still, it feels too soon. The notes you wrote I couldn't keep, they play at night and break my sleep. If I had broken down my pride, would you be standing by my side? Nothing left to save, we lost the fight. The words I hid still burn tonight. I carried a love that couldn't stay. Nothing left to say, it slipped away. I traced the nights I let you go, the cost of silence I now know. And though I beg for one more day, the truth remains, you walked away. Nothing left to save, it breaks me still. The space you left, I cannot fill. I carried a love that couldn't stay. Nothing left to say, it slipped away. I kept the ring inside a drawer. I couldn't wear it anymore. I stayed too long. You moved too fast. I kept your letters in a drawer, but reading them just hurts much more. I tell myself I'll be alright, but I'm not the same as before. I swore I could let this fade, but the truth won't bend. All you left to me was a silence I can't break. Every promise torn apart still reminds me of your face. All you left to me. Ooh. The nights are sharp, the days feel thin. I trace the places we have been. I try to sing a different song, but it always pulls you in. I swore I could let this fade, but the truth won't bend. All you left to me was a silence I can't break. Every promise torn apart still reminds me of your face. All you left to me. If I begged you for the ending, would you write it down? Or were we finished already, long before it drowned? All you left to me was a silence I can't break. Every promise torn apart still reminds me of your face. All you left to me. I stayed too long. You moved too fast. I walk too slow. The night feels long. Your jacket's still on the hanger. I brush against it when I pass. I keep avoiding certain places, but the memories still find me fast. I swore I would be fine, but I know that's not true. Every street we knew still calls your name. Every corner feels the same. I try to run, but I can't escape. The city keeps giving you away. Every street we knew still calls your name. I see your face in the windows of passing cars I'll never chase. I talk out loud like you might hear me, but there's no one in that space. I swore I would be fine, but I know that's not true. Every street we knew still calls your name. Every corner feels the same. I try to run, but I can't escape. The city keeps giving you away. Every street we knew still calls your name. If I leave, would it help me? Or would I carry you still? No map can change the way this city bends to